In the grand theater of life, where emotions often steal the show, imagine having the power to direct them at will, not through suppression or denial, but through a set of timeless principles that have guided emperors and philosophers alike. Welcome to the hidden world of Stoic emotional mastery, where tranquility isn't just a distant dream, but a daily reality. These aren't just ancient teachings. They're your backstage pass to a life where you're no longer at the mercy of your feelings, but the maestro of your inner symphony. Are you ready to unlock the secrets that have been hiding in plain sight for centuries? Welcome, fellow explorers of the mind, to a journey that promises to transform the way you experience life's emotional roller coaster. We're about to embark on an adventure through time, tapping into the wisdom of ancient Stoics to unlock the secrets of emotional mastery in our modern world. Now, let's be clear, this isn't about becoming an emotionless robot. Far from it. It's about developing a relationship with your feelings that's as smooth as a well-oiled machine, allowing you to navigate life's ups and downs with the grace of a seasoned captain steering through both calm seas and stormy waters. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of inner peace that doesn't shatter at the first sign of trouble. Picture yourself facing challenges not with anxiety, but with a quiet confidence. That's the power of emotional control, and it's a skill that's within your reach. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover 7 Stoic secrets that have been hiding in plain sight for centuries. These aren't just philosophical musings. They're practical tools that you can start using today to reshape your emotional landscape. From the bustling streets of ancient Rome to the digital age of instant gratification, these principles have stood the test of time. They've guided emperors, inspired artists, and now, they're here to help you master the art of emotional intelligence. So, whether you're feeling overwhelmed by life's demands, seeking greater inner peace, or simply curious about how to live more intentionally, you're in the right place. Let's dive into these 7 Stoic secrets that promise to revolutionize your emotional world. Are you ready to take control of your inner narrative? Let's begin. Let's kick off our journey with a secret that's hiding in plain sight: the incredible power of perception. Now, I know what you're thinking, perception. That's the big secret. But stick with me, because this is where the magic begins. Imagine you're watching a movie. The scene is tense, the music is building, and suddenly, bam, something unexpected happens. Your heart races, your palms sweat. But why? It's just light on a screen, right? The power lies in how you're perceiving it. Now, let's bring this into your daily life. Picture this: you're stuck in traffic. Horns are honking, you're running late, and your stress levels are through the roof. But what if I told you that this very moment could be transformed from a nightmare into, well, if not a dream, at least something far less awful? Here's the Stoic secret. It's not the event itself that's causing your stress, it's your judgment about it. Wild, right? The Stoics figured out ages ago what modern psychology is just catching up to. We have the power to reframe our experiences. So, next time you're in a situation that's pushing your buttons, try this. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Now, ask yourself, is there another way I could look at this? Maybe that traffic jam is an opportunity to listen to your favorite podcast. Perhaps that critical email from your boss is actually a chance to improve and grow. This isn't about forced positivity or ignoring real problems. It's about flexing your mental muscles to see situations from different angles. It's like upgrading the software of your mind to have more options, more flexibility in how you respond to life's curveballs. Remember, you're not changing the situation. You're changing the lens through which you view it. And that, my friends, is the first step towards emotional mastery. It's not always easy, but with practice, you'll find yourself becoming more resilient, more adaptable, and dare I say, even a bit more zen in the face of life's challenges. Now that we've uncovered the transformative power of perception, let's dive into our second Stoic secret, the art of acceptance. This principle is like a warm blanket on a chilly day, offering comfort and clarity when life throws its inevitable curveballs. Picture this. You're at a beautiful beach, the sun is shining, and suddenly, dark clouds roll in. The wind picks up, and before you know it, a storm is brewing. You could fight against the elements, grumbling about how unfair it is that your perfect day has been ruined. Or you could take a step back and accept the reality of the situation. Acceptance isn't about resignation. It's about recognizing what you cannot control and finding peace within that understanding. The Stoics taught us that many things in life are beyond our influence. Other people's actions, natural disasters, even certain outcomes of our own efforts. The key is to focus your energy on what you can control: your thoughts, your reactions, and your choices. Imagine facing a setback at work. Instead of spiraling into frustration or self-pity, take a moment to acknowledge the situation. This happened. I can't change it. Now, instead of wasting emotional energy on what's lost, redirect that energy toward what you can do next. What steps can you take to move forward? How can you learn from this experience? This practice of acceptance builds emotional resilience. When you stop fighting against reality, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. You create space for growth and adaptability. It's like turning down the volume on a chaotic world so you can hear your own thoughts more clearly. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, whether it's an unexpected bill, a relationship hiccup, or just a bad day, embrace acceptance. Remind yourself that while you may not control everything around you, you have the power to choose how you respond. This shift in mindset will not only enhance your emotional control, but also open doors to new possibilities and solutions that were previously hidden by frustration and resistance. Alright, buckle up, because we're about to dive into a Stoic secret that might seem a bit counterintuitive at first: the practice of negative visualization. Now, before you start thinking we're taking a detour into doom and gloom, let me assure you, this is actually a powerful tool for cultivating gratitude and emotional resilience. Imagine you're sitting in your favorite coffee shop, sipping on that perfect latte. Now, close your eyes for a moment and picture that this is the last time you'll ever enjoy this simple pleasure. Sounds a bit dramatic, right? But here's the kicker. When you open your eyes, that same latte suddenly becomes so much more special. This is the essence of negative visualization. It's not about dwelling on worst-case scenarios or becoming a pessimist. Instead, it's about temporarily imagining the absence of the good things in your life to enhance your appreciation for them. Try this. Think about someone you love. Now, for just a moment, imagine life without them. Feels uncomfortable, doesn't it? But when you snap back to reality, you'll likely feel a surge of gratitude and affection for that person. The Stoics used this technique to remind themselves of the impermanence of life and to cultivate a deep appreciation for what they had. It's like hitting the refresh button on your gratitude practice. But here's where it gets really powerful. Negative visualization isn't just about appreciation. It's also a mental workout that prepares you for life's challenges. By occasionally contemplating potential losses or difficulties, you're actually building emotional muscle memory. When real challenges do come along, you're better equipped to handle them with grace and resilience. So, next time you're feeling a bit taken for granted by life, try a little negative visualization. Imagine losing your job, your home, or your health. Then, come back to the present moment and really feel the relief and gratitude for what you have right now. Remember, the goal isn't to make you anxious or sad. It's to awaken you to the richness of your current life and to build emotional strength for whatever the future may hold. It's like a gratitude supercharge with a side of mental toughness training. Now that's a combo that would make any Stoic proud. Now, let's dive into our fourth Stoic secret, one that might sound a bit mystical at first: living in accordance with nature. But don't worry, we're not about to suggest you go live in the woods, unless that's your thing, of course. This principle is all about aligning your actions with your values and the natural order of things. Imagine you're a surfer. You can't control the waves, right? But you can learn to read them, to move with them, to harness their power. That's what living in accordance with nature is all about. It's understanding the currents of life and learning to flow with them rather than constantly fighting against them. So, how does this translate to emotional control? Well, It starts with getting crystal clear on your values. What really matters to you? Is it family, creativity, personal growth? Once you've identified these core values, you use them as your North Star, guiding your decisions and actions. When you're living in alignment with your values, something magical happens. The little things that used to rattle you suddenly seem less important. That snarky comment from a coworker? Water off a duck's back when you're secure in your purpose. The fear of missing out on the latest trend? It fades when you're focused on what truly matters to you. But here's the kicker. Living in accordance with nature also means accepting the natural flow of life. Good times and bad times, success and failure, joy and sorrow. They're all part of the human experience. By accepting this natural ebb and flow, you're less likely to be emotionally hijacked when things don't go your way. Try this. Next time you're faced with a decision, big or small, pause and ask yourself, does this align with my values? Is this in harmony with the person I want to be? This simple practice can be a game changer for your emotional well-being. Remember, you're not trying to control the uncontrollable. You're learning to dance with life, to move gracefully with its rhythms. And in that dance, you'll find a sense of peace and purpose that no external circumstance can shake. So, are you ready to surf the waves of life with style and grace? Your values are your surfboard. It's time to ride. All right, let's dive into our fifth Stoic secret, the power of self-discipline. Now, I know what you're thinking. Self-discipline? Sounds about as fun as a root canal. But hear me out, because this is where things get really interesting. Think of self-discipline as your emotional superpower. It's like having an internal thermostat that keeps you cool when life turns up the heat. The Stoics understood that our impulses, if left unchecked, can lead us into all sorts of emotional turmoil. But with a bit of self-discipline, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and poise. Here's the thing. Self-discipline isn't about punishing yourself or denying all pleasure. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and long-term well-being. It's choosing the apple over the donut, not because the donut is evil, but because you value your health. It's choosing to respond calmly to criticism, not because you don't feel heard, but because you value personal growth over ego protection. Try this. Next time you feel a strong impulse, whether it's to snap at someone, indulge in unhealthy behavior, or procrastinate on an important task, pause for just 5 seconds. In that brief moment, ask yourself, is this action aligned with my values? Will I be proud of this choice tomorrow? This tiny pause can be a game changer in developing self-discipline. But here's where it gets really powerful. As you practice self-discipline, you're actually rewiring your brain. You're strengthening your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and impulse control. It's like going to the gym for your mind. And the benefits? They're huge. Improved focus, better emotional regulation, increased resilience in the face of challenges. The list goes on. You'll find yourself less at the mercy of your impulses and more in control of your life's direction. Remember, self-discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about making a series of small, conscious choices that add up to a life of purpose and emotional mastery. So, are you ready to flex those self-discipline muscles and become the boss of your own life? Let's do this. Now, let's explore our sixth Stoic secret, one that might surprise you: the importance of community and relationships. That's right, even those ancient Stoics, often portrayed as lone wolves, understood the profound impact our connections with others have on our emotional well-being. Picture this. You're a tightrope walker, balancing high above the ground. Scary, right? Now imagine the same scenario, but this time there's a safety net below. Suddenly, that walk becomes a lot less daunting. That's what a strong community does for your emotional life. It's your safety net. The Stoics recognize that we're not islands. We're deeply interconnected, and our relationships can be powerful tools for emotional growth and resilience. But here's the kicker. It's not just about having a bunch of friends on social media. It's about cultivating meaningful connections that challenge you, support you, and help you grow. Try this. Think about your 5 closest relationships. How do they impact your emotional state? Do they lift you up or drag you down? Do they challenge you to be better or enable your worst habits? This reflection can be eye-opening. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Stoics didn't just passively accept whatever relationships came their way. They actively cultivated connections that aligned with their values and supported their growth. They understood that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to set boundaries or even let go of relationships that no longer serve you. But it's not all about what others can do for you. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of being a good friend, of contributing to your community. There's a unique kind of joy and fulfillment that comes from supporting others, from being part of something larger than yourself. So, how can you apply this? Start by nurturing your existing positive relationships. Reach out to that friend you've been meaning to call. Join a club or volunteer group aligned with your interests. And don't forget to be the kind of friend you'd want to have. Remember, building a strong community isn't about collecting a large number of superficial connections. It's about cultivating deep, meaningful relationships that support your emotional growth and well-being. It's about creating a network of support that can catch you when you fall and cheer you on when you soar. So, are you ready to weave your emotional safety net? Your community is waiting for you. All right, we've reached our final Stoic secret, and it's a game changer. The power of focusing on the present moment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that just mindfulness? Well, yes and no. The Stoics were onto this long before it became a buzzword, and they had a unique spin on it. Picture this. You're at a concert of your favorite band. The music is incredible. The energy is electric. But instead of soaking it all in, you're busy recording it on your phone, worrying about getting the perfect shot for social media. Sound familiar? That's the opposite of what the Stoics taught. The Stoics understood that the present moment is the only thing we truly have. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, but the now? That's where life happens. That's where we have the power to act, to choose, to be. But here's the kicker. Focusing on the present isn't just about enjoying life more, although that's a pretty sweet side effect. It's about emotional mastery. When we're fully present, we're less likely to get caught up in anxieties about the future or regrets about the past. We're more able to respond to situations with clarity and purpose rather than reacting based on old patterns or future fears. Try this. Next time you're doing something, anything, whether it's eating a meal, talking to a friend, or even just walking down the street, give it your full attention. Notice the flavors, the sounds, the sensations. This simple practice can be transformative. Now, the Stoics weren't suggesting we never plan for the future or learn from the past. They were all about wisdom and preparation. But they understood that true power lies in the present moment. It's where we make choices, where we exercise our virtues, where we actually live our lives. By focusing on the present, we free ourselves from the tyranny of what-ifs and if-onlys. We become more resilient, more adaptable, and yes, more emotionally balanced. It's like turning down the volume on the constant chatter in our minds and tuning into the richness of our actual lived experience. So, are you ready to step into the power of the present moment? Your life is happening right now. Don't miss it. As we wrap up our exploration of these 7 Stoic secrets to emotional control, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible tools at your disposal. From harnessing the power of perception and embracing acceptance, to practicing negative visualization and aligning with your values, each principle offers a pathway to greater emotional resilience and inner peace. Remember, self-discipline empowers you to navigate impulses, while nurturing community enriches your emotional landscape. And finally, focusing on the present moment allows you to truly live your life, free from the burdens of past regrets and future anxieties. Now, I invite you to take action. Which Stoic secret resonated most with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you plan to integrate these timeless principles into your daily life. And if you're eager for more insights on living intentionally and mastering your emotions, be sure to check out our next video on practical Stoic exercises that can further enhance your wellness journey. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of emotional mastery. Remember, each step you take brings you closer to a life of inner tranquility and fulfillment.